Today I'm going to do a 2-player run-through of On Mars. I have the board all set up, and the first thing to do is determine the player order up here at the top of the board. Now, to determine who picks first, the player who has seen the Martian the most gets to pick, and before I can pick which of these spaces I want to take, I really need to consider what the objectives are of the game. So this is a good time to kind of briefly go over what I want to accomplish and how I'm going to win. The objective is to get the most opportunity points, and you can do that through several methods. In fact, all of the methods are laid out here on the bottom of the board, but the variation of the game is provided by these objective cards as well as my private objectives. So I was dealt 3 private objectives at the beginning of the game, and if I lay these out, I'll talk about what they mean in a second. So big picture, the pacing of the game is going to be based off of how quickly we can accomplish these missions, or if we can raise the level of the colony. You can see there's a track here, and as the colony gets to another level, it counts as if a mission had been accomplished. So 3 missions or 3 benchmarks over here, and then it triggers the end of the game. Now there is a few scoring mechanisms that happen during the game, one of those being building complexes. I'm going to have to talk about a complex because a complex is different from just a building. Now, the way that's going to work is I have to have technologies to build these buildings, and there are also cards that will make these buildings more effective, and all of the technology comes from the orbital side of the board. This represents imported technology from Earth. But of course, all of the building actions have to happen on the planet or the surface side of the board. So building and upgrading, as well as getting scientists. And scientists have their own scoring mechanism as well, which is indicated here. So I want to build things, I want to get scientists and upgrade buildings, but let's take a look at these objective cards. During the game, I can use one of these, and actually it doesn't give me points. It just gives me kind of free actions. So this one means I have to upgrade a building in a complex of size 3. This one means I need to have blueprint cards, which are these upgrade cards. And this one means I need to build complexes over here. So the fact that I have this card and it's over here tells me that this would be a really great area to focus on. So I think my strategy for the whole game is going to be focusing on building complexes. And in order to build complexes, I need to get some technology. So I think what I'm going to do is use my player marker and put it right here. And that means I get a free technology. Well, not entirely free. I get the free action. I still have to pay for it though. I think I might take the battery technology. And one of the reasons I want to take the battery is because this one actually truly is free. You can see at the other levels I have something I have to pay. So I'm going to put that on my board right. Let's see, if I put it here, I get a crystal. Crystals are like money. If I put it here, I get a resource from the warehouse over there. And given that batteries are going to take minerals, and minerals are wilds. So I want to make sure that I save my mineral. So I got to think about what else I'm going to spend. Oh, you know what? To upgrade technologies, I need to spend oxygen. So I'm going to put my technology here and use it to take the oxygen. Now the reason I can keep this is because my storage, it shows up on the top there, My storage allows me to store as many as I have buildings plus 1, or as I have living quarters. And I've got 1 living quarter, so I can store up to 2 oxygen. Okay, now over here, Ilona's going to go, and her focus, let's see, she's got this where she can place colonists or upgrade buildings on mines, or she can upgrade buildings, or she can bring ships, welcome ships into her hangar. Now, of the objectives that are on the board, this scientist one would really support having upgraded buildings. So I'm going to try to focus on that. And for that reason, I'm actually going to go right here. That's going to allow me to pick a building immediately. And since I'm going to take a scientist, I want to make sure I can pick out a building that I can get the scientist for. So the scientist I want is, well, you know what? So look over here. In order to make more space for colonists to live, I need to build more dwellings. If I welcome ships, the ships are going to bring colonists to live in these dwellings. So I want to build more dwellings so that I can welcome more colonists. So that means I would like a card like this one, because this card is going to let me build more dwellings as an executive action. So I'm going to take that. When you take a blueprint, you get a crystal. Let me put that crystal over there. So I'm going to take that, and then I get to decide where the shuttle goes. The reason I get to decide is because the player who goes last can decide where the shuttle goes. So the shuttle's going to take me from the planet back into space. Or you know what? No. I'm going to try to do 2 actions on the surface of the planet. So I'm going to put it over here. I think that's actually going to pay off a lot better. All right. So with that being decided, it's time for the first phase of play. This is the colonist action phase. So we go in player order, and that means I get to go first. I want to upgrade my technologies. And to do this, you can see I have to put a colonist on the board. So I'm going to take one for my living quarters, put it on the board here. And if I wanted to take extra colonists, I could do this more than twice. But I'm going to go down here, and I'm going to upgrade my dwellings and get a free mineral, which I'll use later to build more battery complexes. Okay, I need to spend a oxygen for that. And then I'm going to upgrade my battery technology. I can spend anything I want for this upgrade. Well, you know what? When I build those batteries, I'm going to get a free one. So I'm going to spend the battery to upgrade this. So that's my upgrade action. And I'm all done. So the next player is Ilona. And for Ilona's turn, she's going to take one of her colonists and put it on the scientist action. Now, the marker here indicates that when I do this, I have to mark down or decrease the requirement for the game, for the mission. So whenever we take the scientist action, we're going to do it 4 times for a 2-player game. After 4 times, the mission is completed. So thematically, this just represents that we want to focus on building a scientific community on Mars. And then I need to pay 2 oxygen in order to take this scientist. So I only have 1, but minerals count as a wild. So I'll spend 1 mineral and 1 oxygen. Take this scientist. And for now, the scientist is going to go on the card. And, by the way, because I contributed to this mission, I get 2 crystals. I get paid for doing that. Oh no. Got a lot of crystals here, and I'm only going to have space for 3. So, if I can, I want to spend my crystals on an executive action, but all of the executive actions require 2. Oh, look, wait. Yeah, I got this crystal this turn when I took that card. So I think I'm going to have to waste a crystal, unfortunately. Well, it's worth it. I want to get that scientist earlier. Okay, so that's the last player in this phase. So it's time for the shuttle phase. And as we do the shuttle phase, every player on this side needs to decide if they want to take the shuttle to the other side of the board. If I want to go from the orbit to the surface. And if I do this, it's going to be free. If I decide not to do it, I can stay up here in the orbit and I can continue to take technology or take technology actions. But I think what I really want to do is get down on the planet and start building buildings. So I'm going to take the shuttle action. And this player can decide if they want to take the shuttle action also, but because the shuttle isn't on their side of the board, if they take the shuttle action, they're going to have to spend one of their ships. And I definitely don't want to spend ships because I want to maximize my ships in this game. That's going to be part of my strategy. So this player is going to say that they won't take the shuttle. I will. So as I do, I can take some discovery tokens. And let's see, this is going to allow, oh wow, this is going to allow me to build a battery building. I didn't even notice that when I was taking my battery technology, but that would be very useful for me. This one's just going to give some water for free. So I'm going to take this one, and I need to place it 3 away from my rover. By the way, I did something different in the setup. The rulebook doesn't say put your rover on the board, but when I've played the game before, people who kept their rover on the side of the board forgot they had it. I think the reason the rulebook says don't put your rover on the board is because they want to keep that space clear so that other pieces can be placed there, and also everyone's rover is there, so it would be very crowded. But I think it's a nice visual reminder to know that your rover is out and where the rover is located. So I put my rover there, even though the rules don't specify that I need to. Anyway, I got to put this 3 away. I'm going to be coming down, so I'm going to put it right here. That's 1, 2, 3 away from my rover, and then maybe I'll come down here and pick it up shortly. Okay, now that was a discovery tile, but it doesn't move the mission because this mission is only advanced when a rover picks up a discovery tile. So that doesn't count. Now I've got to put my astronaut figure somewhere over here. So I might do, let's see, I don't want to move my bot. See, bots are used for building. Rovers are used for picking things up. I don't really have a good reason. Oh, well, see, I want to be building batteries, but I'm already next to the battery. I can build anywhere adjacent to my bot, so my bot's in a fine location. Moving my bot is not so great, so I'll just take that free resource. And again, when you consider that I'm going to be building batteries, you know what I think I'm going to take? I think I'm going to take the crystal. Because now that I'm on the same side of the planet as my opponent, I might want the crystal to pay for stuff. And they have crystals and I don't. I could, again, I don't have any batteries. I could take one, but I know I'm going to build a battery, so I don't want to take battery. I want to take crystal, put it down here. Oh, and by the way, since it's the beginning of a new round, all my crystals that are in the depot can be moved up, but until I move a rocket, a ship, I don't have space for that last one, so this one just gets discarded. Okay, this one I just picked up, so I'm going to keep it down here. I have the one crystal that I started with at the beginning of the game. Alright, so that's the end of the shuttle phase. The shuttle always moves down to the next lowest number, but when you move it from 1 to the other side of the board, you look at the colony's level. The colony is level 1, so the shuttle is going to go here, which means at the end of this action round it's going to travel again. And during the course of the game, as the colony level increases, the shuttle is going to take less and less frequent trips. So for example, once we're level 2, I would have put the shuttle there instead. And then at the end of this action round, instead of moving over into orbit, it would just move down to the next level. And then I would have another action round, and then the shuttle would move, and it would go over to 2. But we're not level 2 yet, we're level 1, so the shuttle's going to go there, and this needs to be replenished. And also, as part of this phase, since I moved, I can move any of my workers from the working area if I had them there. See, this stays in that position, but any down here I get back, and that's really interesting. I need to leave this guy working in orbit, and so while I'm on the surface of the planet, I only have these guys to work with. I think it's very interesting. The ones I can pick up when I move down to the surface are my surface guys. So if I had anybody over here, I could pick them up, but I don't. When I move back into orbit, I'll be able to do these actions, and that will allow me to pick up the workers that I left in the orbit. But anyway, I'm short one worker right now, and it's my turn. So I have this all planned out, right? My technology is level 2, which means I can build a complex of these batteries that is length or size 2. So for my first, my only action really, I'm going to take one of my workers, I'm going to put it over here to build. My bot is there, so I'm allowed to build a battery. It costs a mineral, which I have. So I'll discard that. Now, let me talk really quickly about technology now that I'm doing a building. If I did not have the technology, I would have to place my building exactly two away from this building. It would be like a separate little battery shack or something. So it could really go here because my bot is here. If my bot was over there, then it could go here or here. It has to go next to the bot and 2 away from some other unit that makes the same thing. But I have the technology to let me build a complex. That means I can build it right here. Building it there will increase the size of the original complex. And because it's size 2, I get 2 batteries as a reward. So I'll take the 2 batteries. That's why I didn't take one, because now I'm maxed out in how many batteries I have. And I get something else. I have increased the size of a complex. So I'm going to increase this right here. It's very interesting that if I had only built a separate building without increasing the size of a complex, then everything I'm doing over here would not happen. This only happens when you increase the size of a complex, because I'm improving the technology on Mars. So that's really important. Anyway, I've increased the size of batteries, and I get to take my token, put it there. Also, this is one of the events that's part of our mission, so I'm going to move that down and get 1 crystal as a reward, which I'll put down there. Okay, so let's talk about colony level, because this is actually going to trigger another event. The colony's level is 1, and this shows a need for all of these things to be increased, okay? Because I'm fulfilling the colony's need, I actually get some bonuses at the top. Not to mention, I also get the 2 points just because I moved into that space. It was the first time that happened this round. So I'll take the 2 points immediately. And then, up here, the bonus I get is 2 victory points for every building or every improvement on the board. And I actually don't have any on the board yet. So this is not going to score me victory points today, but I can do this. I can either pick up a worker from anywhere on the board. That would be nice, because if I picked up a worker, I could take him back, even though he's in orbit. That's a pretty good bonus. I could take a crystal, but I already have 3, so I don't want to take a crystal. I could take a mineral, which is, again, it's a wild. So taking a mineral would be pretty awesome. Or I can move my bot. I think I'm going to take the mineral because I just spent one, and having wilds is very, very effective. Okay. So that's my turn. And not only that, but secretly, Ilona doesn't know this, but I'm on my way to getting my first private objective. Okay, so there's no player here, so the next player is Ilona. So let's see. She wanted to maximize how much stuff she could do here. I think what's going to happen is, let's see, she wants to upgrade a building. So I hope we have the resources for it. In order to do this, we need, oh no, we need mineral to upgrade a building. We can't just take this action. You know what would be really helpful? If I had more minerals. So what's a good way to get more minerals? This is a good way to do it. I'm going to take my worker, I'm going to put it over here. Now I've got to pay 1 crystal for that because there's already a worker there. Thank goodness I have a crystal. And I'm going to use my worker and put my worker on a building like this. Okay, this is a mine. Now, where I place the mine, it's going to actually put some crystals on the board. I have to put it next to my robot here. So, and I might want, let's see, I'm going to put it right here. And then, not only that, I have built a mine, so I get to go there. Wait, did I increase the size of a complex? Oh, never mind. I didn't increase the size of a complex, so I don't get to go there. Not yet. I have to build this mine larger later. But because I put a worker there, what do I get? I get one of these the first time I do that. This is going to be very, very helpful. So it took me a long time to figure out what the best move is. But later on, I'm going to be able to do some great stuff when I have these minerals. I'm going to upgrade that. Okay, so that is the end of my action. It's the end of the phase. The shuttle is moving in turn order. We have to decide if we want to go or not. So this player, he looks around. He's got 1 here, and he could do another action, but he probably would have trouble to do another one. So he says, I'm going to go. And let's see, I could take the tech action over here, or I could get a good, I don't really need goods. I think I'm going to take the tech. Well, you know what? Oh, a worker would be great. I'm going to take the worker, because I haven't really used this very much. I spend a food and a water. I'm going to take one of my workers and put it over here. Also, because I moved over there, I can produce, but I don't have any buildings that produce, and I can move my guy off of here. It's very important that I keep enough space for them. Okay, this one is also going to travel, and to take a tech, no, not take a tech, I'm going to take that oxygen. I really want some oxygen so I can build more buildings. And production. All of my buildings produce. I have a building that produces. So I get another one of these. I feel like I'm on track now. That was a good move. That was a good move. Okay. That's the end of the shuttle phase. In turn order, we're going to do the orbital actions. However, before I start, there is something I forgot. I had mentioned that when I place this tile, crystals need to go on the board. So a crystal can go here and a crystal can go there, but a crystal can't go there because that space is not empty. I had said that, but I forgot to do it. Okay, but speaking of things that I've forgotten, if you're watching this, you might be thinking, well, didn't I forget to replenish this, or replenish that, or replenish these? And the answer is no, none of this gets replenished until the colony level increases. And that's actually thematic because everything you see here represents imports from Earth. So imports aren't coming every single round. They're only coming periodically. So this is actually going to dwindle down, and when I've played this before, this becomes almost nothing before a whole bunch of new stuff arrives. Although I will say that in a 2-player game, this doesn't change. We only start with these techs, and there are no more techs, but these will come out and these will come out after the colony level increases. All right, we're gonna go in player order. So Ilona goes first, and she's looking at this tech, and she sees there's one more tech available for free, and another tech up here she could get if she discards a worker. Oh no. She doesn't have any workers though, because remember, when you land here, you can only pick up workers in your working area. She doesn't have any here. These guys stay until she returns. And this one is working in a mine. But that's okay, she doesn't need to spend a worker. This would cost a worker. This one actually doesn't have a cost for a worker at all. And this one does, and this one does not. So she's going to take this one. She's going to take the free food. And let's see, she's finally got some minerals. So maybe crystals, You know what? In order to make this, she's going to need water. It might be beneficial to have some extra water. It will be beneficial to have some extra water because that is part of the cost of bringing in ships. Okay, so she can only take one technology for her turn. And can she do an executive action? Not now. She doesn't have very many crystals. Okay, now it's my turn. I have lots of batteries now. So I can afford these more expensive technologies, and because I have space for 2, I definitely want to maximize my turn and take 2. So I can get the first one for free. For a second one, I need to put a worker in my working area. And this is the kind of worker that I get back at the end of the round. I don't have to put it on the board. So the first one I'm going to take, oxygen would be very useful because it's needed over here. The minerals would be useful because that allows me to place a building. I'm going to take the water though, because if I take the oxygen and the water, those are 2 types of buildings that are required for life support. And that's going to get me more points, and that's going to raise the colony level. So my first one I'll take is the oxygen. I'll put the oxygen here. So I spend a battery for it. And then because the worker's in there, the second one I take is the water technology. I put it here. That's a crystal, which I'll put in this space. I I should have moved those crystals up. And I need to decide what I want my reward to be for that one. So from what's available, I have water technology, so there's probably going to be a chance to get water soon, but I'm not sure about plants. So I'm going to take that one, put that there. And now I'm going to have this problem with my crystals again. I've got 3, so I should probably use some crystals to do an action. I'll just take the warehouse here. I'm going to spend 2 crystals, that way I don't have to waste one when that crystal comes in. And I did not spend my second battery. I spent my oxygen and my battery. I knew I was forgetting something. When I paid for this, I needed to spend the battery and the oxygen. So now that that's gone, I might want to think ahead. When I go back to the surface, you know what? I would love to build a shelter. So to build a shelter for me to live in, I would need some oxygen. So I'm going to use those 2 crystals. No oxygen available. That's fine. I'll take the water instead. Because once I build living quarters, I can use the plant and the water to bring in a ship. So I'll just take water and that'll pay for the ship. Okay, and that frees up space for that crystal to go. And I took 2 technologies, so my turn is done. No more players to go, so in turn order we have to decide whether or not we're going to take the shuttle. Well, if Ilona takes the shuttle, she gets both of those workers back. So she's definitely going to take the shuttle. And when she considers what she wants to do, she'll probably take another building card. Because she didn't have a very effective, blueprint is what it's called. And given that she has the plant thing, sometimes it could be nice to have a plant building. There's 2 plant buildings out. Look, this one lets you spend a plant biologist to get a free resource, and this one lets you build more buildings on your turn. This would be great to have. I'm going to keep this. I get a plant immediately, so it's a good thing I chose that one because I actually have space for one more plant. Okay. And, when I'm getting these buildings, they haven't been built yet. These are just blueprints. So what I'm supposed to do, and I'd forgotten earlier, I put my building on here, and then once this is on the board, that represents the upgrade being built, and then the card becomes active. I can't use either of these until it's been built. Okay. So that's what Ilona does, and she didn't do everything yet though. She still has to place a discovery token. Let's see. This is 2 blueprint cards. Wow. 2 blueprint cards. Well, it would be great if that rover goes up in this direction. So I'm going to put it right here. Yeah. And then I get to pick up all of my workers. Not so many workers right now. 1, 2. Put them over here. 1, 2. Okay. I'm just going to take something from the warehouse. We'll take the battery. Okay. my discovery token. Put it there. And pick up my people. Okay. See, I'm very full here, so I really need to make some more space. So that's what I'm going to use my turn to do. You know, it would be great. It would be great if my opponent over here would build their building, because then I could use their ability and use an executive action by playing 2 crystals in order to do that. But they haven't built that upgrade yet, so I'm just going to have to do the action the old-fashioned way. I'll put this over here, and I need to pick where I want to place it. Now, I'm allowed to place next to where I am living right now because my technology is up high enough. I just need to spend a oxygen, which I don't have. But fortunately, I took this early in the game, so I can take that. And I'm going to put it over here. As a reward, I get a crystal. Now, that'll be all. Later on, I can bring in a ship and start putting more workers into this space. So Ilona's turn. Let's see. I have been waiting to do this for a while now. Do I have the mineral? Yes, I sure do. So I'm going to take the upgrade action. This is the kind of action that I can't augment by placing an extra worker in the working area, so I can only upgrade 1 building at a time. I'm going to place this one, let's see, it goes on a resident area. So I'm going to put it on my only resident area. Now there is a rule called the displacement rule. This bot is going to build this upgrade, and when it builds the upgrade, it has to move into another space. So it would be helpful if I plan now where I want this to move to. And given that I have the technology for plants over here, it might be nice to move down. I'll put that there. And as a reward, oh wait, did I spend my stuff? I didn't. I can now do this executive action, and I have a scientist. So I'm going to put this scientist, it's actually still my turn, I'm going to put my scientist that I worked so hard to get, put it here so I can use the executive action, and as long as this scientist is here, I can do this action every single round. And that is to place a building. So this is a free action. Going to spend the oxygen, take the building, and I'm allowed to do this. I have the technology to put it right here. And this is going to cause the displacement rule to have an effect again. And I'm going to be displaced down there. And insert my building and take my little crystal, which I'll put there. I'll discard that into the tray. And that was a great turn. Not only did I upgrade a building, but I also built a building that didn't have to take an action for, and I got my little bot all the way down here. I'm almost in place where I can start building adjacent to the plants here. Okay, I feel really good about that turn. So now everybody's going to decide if they want to get on the shuttle. Purple, look at the resources that purple has right now. I don't need to go on the shuttle. I mean, I want this tech to be improved, but I can get some work done. I'm going to stay. We look over here at Ilona. Ilona has one worker left, but it's okay because she has a water and a plant, and she can bring a ship in. So no, we're both staying. The ship doesn't wait, it moves on. And we're starting the next round now. So, beginning over here, I think I'm going to welcome a ship. I could also get a few things. I could get some of those discovery tiles. Or, oh, you know what would be great? Look at this. Look at this. If I get 2 waters, I could use the waters to get a scientist over here. And that would be really good. See how my opponent is using their scientist to get a free build action? I think that'd be great. But in order to get 2 waters, I need storage for it. Oh no, I have the storage because I have the build. Oh, I could get the 2 waters. Oh, I should do that. Well, I'm not going to do it now. I'm actually going to move my ship in. So the way this action works is it doesn't even take a person. I just say, I welcome a ship, and I spend my water and my food, and the ship moves over here, and then I can decide, do I want to take 2 workers, colonists, or do I want to get a colonist and a bot? Well, I'm going to get colonists. 1, 2. Now, having more colonists, by the way, is going to be worth points at the end of the game. Alright. Ilona's turn. She had such a great turn last time. And she could do it again, except in order to increase the size of that complex, she would need a better technology. Boy, it's too bad that this hasn't increased yet. But we have the ship action to take, so I'm going to say oh, wait. Look how much I have here. 1, 2. Oh. I have enough. I could actually get another scientist, and then I could do the ship next time. Let's see, what scientist would I like? Well, my opponent doesn't have any blueprints, so there's no buildings over there that I can use, but I could get the plant scientist, and then that's going to give me the ability to build more plant buildings, and I have the plant technology, so those could work together pretty well. Okay, I'm going to do that. So I'll take my worker, and I'll put it over here, and I will spend 2 waters to take this biochemist, that's the right term for it, and then I get to decide on what kind of building I want. Or not building, these are contracts. So these contracts involve upgraded buildings in certain regions. This involves finishing the game with certain resources. I'm going to put this one out there. Okay. Contracts aren't going to be picked up until later. When they do, they can be worth a lot of points. They can be worth 12 points. Okay. So that's my action. So we ask everybody, hey, do you want to take a shuttle? And of course, they're not on the side where the shuttle is, so they would have to spend one of their ships if they wanted to shuttle. No one's going to do that. That would be inefficient. So nothing really happens. It's just the ship moves over, and we go again. Okay. I have My workers, I got lots of workers. My goodness. I need to build some stuff. And I need to increase some technology too. I should build what kinds of tech is available? The only tech that's going anywhere right now is the battery tech. So I think what I might do is build a mine, because I got so many people over here. A mine would be great. Oh wait. No, I'm not building a mine. I'm going to move my rover. Oh, I still don't need to use my people to do this, but that's okay. So I'm going to use my rover to move. And actually, also my bot gets to move. Kind of running out of building space, actually. Okay, well, the bot's going to go 1, 2. That's going to put me in a good position to build some oxygen later on. Or if I start moving my way up, I could get some water. Or, you know what? I could even just build water right down here. I don't even have to move up there. This is going to go 1, 2, 3. This discovery token is going to be really helpful later. And right now I get 2 waters. And I've taken the first discovery token of the game. So this moves down to 4. And I get a crystal because of that. Now, I also spent a crystal to get that extra movement point in. So 1 crystal is discarded and another crystal stays. The crystals that you earn during your turn go down here and then they move up. Oh, by the way, let's put one there. I can actually fit 4 now, so that's good. All right, Ilona's turn, and it's time to welcome a rocket. Get some more people. So this does not, it's good. It doesn't require a worker, which is awesome because we don't have any workers. We just say, rocket please, and the rocket lands, and we can decide between workers or bots, and we're going to use 2 new workers. They're called colonists. I'm sorry. Put my colonists there. I have to spend, by the way, but I'm not worried about that. I've got 1 plant here, and I've got 1 mineral, my wilds. Okay. Oh, and that could have moved up because that was from last time. Okay, sounds good. Ship is moving back. So here's the deal. I have plenty of workers, but what I really want to do is increase my tech. That's what I need now. I've got to think, with all of these workers, could I stay here and get enough done? Oh man, I want a blueprint. I want so much tech. I could just go into orbit and just hang out there for a while. Probably was a mistake to come down on the surface anyway with all the colonists that I have. So I'm going to move this over to here. This guy says, yep, I'm going. And I'm going to take a free good. We're going to take the plant, because that helps me get more ships. And on the way up, we do production. Oh, what a shame. I don't have anything to produce at all. And I can pick up my guys, but I don't have any guys. So Ilona goes, and she says, dang it, why'd you do that? But it's okay. She'll go here. Do we have battery? We have battery. We have a plant. So we can actually pick some cool stuff up. Oh yeah, we're definitely going to do that. Okay. I will take the mineral tech, that here. We got to spend 1 battery for it. And the reward for placing it on that spot is a crystal. Okay, turn order. Ilona first. Oh no. Now we don't have enough resources. Oh wait, ha ha ha, ha ha ha. Too fast, too fast. Remember, I get to produce on the way up. And I get to produce two things. This one produces a crystal. And this one produces a mind good. So, here and here. And now I've got what I need. So, for my first action, I always say my first, I'm accustomed to actions. There's only one action. I will upgrade some tech. I'm going to upgrade, I'm actually going to upgrade 3. It's gonna cost me a lot, but I think it's gonna be worth it. Because first, I'm gonna spend my mineral to upgrade this. Bink. But as a reward, I get it back again. Bink. Again, I needed to spend oxygen, but mineral is a wild. And then I can spend anything I want to upgrade these ones. So boom, boop. Now, I've got to spend those 2. So I am out of stuff. Okay. That's okay. Ilona's going to be able to do a lot of different things now because we can build more complexes. I also want to build more technology. It's going to cost me a crystal, but oh man, I've got so many resources here. In fact, the only thing I don't have though is oxygen, and I only have 1 crystal. It would be really great if I had the ability. Okay, you know what? I'm going to do that. Okay. I'm going to keep that one where it is. I'm going to move that one up instead. That frees up this space for later, which I'm not going to be able to do it now, but when I do move something, I can go there. I got to spend 2 things, anything my choice. I'll spend 1 water, and I'll spend a battery. No, I'm going to keep the battery. You know why? Because once I use this water, I can use the battery to build that kind of building. So, put this in back. Okay. Plant. 1 water, 1 plant. And 1, 2. So that cost me 3. I put 1 there. I spent my crystal. And for the third one, I have to move somebody into my working area. And that's the end of this turn. So, we really need to make some resources now. But the thing is, we have the technology to do it. So, the ship is going to move back. These should have been out. That's my bad. Some really good stuff there. So, these are both going to allow... Oh no, this one's going to allow me to pick up some plants. This one lets me build oxygen buildings. If we can build oxygen, we get the life support systems reward because oxygen is in need. Purple first. Haha. I'm going to get the building this time, and I'm going to put this oxygen on the board where I can pick it up. Let's see. This lets me build more batteries. Has to be put 3 away. So 1, 2, 3. It's very far away from Ilona. I don't want her to have that because I think that's a great move. You'll see exactly what I mean in a second. Okay, and for buildings, I have no scientists. I really wish I did have scientists. But you know what? She does. And I can actually get a benefit if she is compelled to use my scientist. See her plant scientist? I'm going to see if I can compel her to use my building. Yeah, I don't have any scientists. So I'm going to put that there. And I got to put I haven't built it yet, so that stays there to remind me that it hasn't been built yet. Okay. And Ilona goes here. Oh, by the way, that's purple. This gets to come back. That's the working area. She takes the resource. She wants to build plants. Ooh, you know what? She wants to build plants. So she's... She needs the resource or she can't build anything. Look at how little she has. But if she can build even one thing, she's going to get resources from it. So if she can build a plant building... Okay, it's going to take a little bit of work. She's going to go there. She's going to get the water. That water is going to be used to build the plant building that she needs later on. Okay. The resources will go 1, 2, 3. Okay, there's a lot of resources out there. I think some people are going to use some rovers this round. Let's replenish those while I'm thinking about it. And people get their people back. Players get their colonists back. This one goes back. This one goes back. Oh, we're going to be busy now. Okay. So Ilona. We're going to build some cool stuff. That's what we're going to do. We've got plants to build. Oh no. But look, my bot's not there yet, but I needed... Oh, but I had the crystals. Oh, you know what? We're undo. We're going to put back the water. You know why? Because if I can move the bot, and the bot comes down to... 1, I need to make plants. 2, I'll go there. Okay, now it's my turn. I take my person, I put my person on the building. I'm going to build a plant building. I need water to do that, but I have so many crystals, I can actually use 2 crystals to get a resource. So there we go. That's how I'm going to get it. Now I can spend it to build this. And I'll put it... Let's see. If I look at the way that those are placed... I wonder if I should... I actually really want to get that because then I can make another action for free. I'm going to put it right here. And the 2 crystals go there. Is there not a building? Yeah, okay, I'm going to do that. And that. And then, executive action time. Wait. Oh no, but I don't have the resources for that. But I do have this one. I can build a residence. If only I had oxygen. I don't have oxygen. It's okay, I'm going to get some stuff. Alright, so I just built that, put my crystals on the board. So as a result, I increase the size of a complex. This goes here. I immediately get 2 plants because of the size of that complex. And then this increases, scoring me 2 points. And I get to create life support systems. So I'm going to get points equal to my highest tech, which is 3. So 3 more points. 1, 2, 3. And I can choose anything I want. I don't even have to think about this. Look at how few resources I have. I'm going to use minerals as my reward. Oh, thank goodness. Okay. Now, over here, I can build oxygen generator. I can build battery plant. Well, I can't build that. Well, I could build battery plant, but I wouldn't be able to increase the size because we already have a size 2 on the board. I could also build water. I'm next to the oxygen, so that's what I definitely want to build. In order to build oxygen, it's going to require plants, and I don't have plants, but I do have crystals, but there's no plants over here. Uh-oh, I gotta figure out something else. How can I make it work? Well, I know I can do this. Hold on a second. How do I not have plants? I get plants when I do that. I knew I had plants. Okay. So I can build the unit that I want to build. I've got to go here. I've got to pay a crystal to make it happen. The oxygen, put a plant over there. Get one of these. I'm going to put it, if I put it right on top of my bot, I can displace my bot, and that would be kind of cool. Because I want to get up into that, I think I want to get up into that water area. Or I could get those building tokens, or, what else could I build? Oh, you know what? So silly. I knew this too. I was thinking it, I didn't do it. I'm not going to go there. No. I'm not spending a crystal. I'm moving my rover. Oh, I don't even have to put a worker for that. Okay. I'm moving my rover. I say, I'm moving my rover. I go, 1, 2, 3, boom. I get one of these. That moves this marker down. In order to move 3, I have to spend a crystal, but no problem, because when I do this objective, I get a crystal back. See what I mean? And I have the capacity to do that right now. So I'm still doing it. I just found a better way to take that action. So I still spend the plant. I get the oxygen generator. I am going to move this, though. I'm going to move it 1, 2, so that I can put my oxygen generator here. And now I'm actually much closer to building water. I almost forgot. Two points. Shoom. This one says 2 points per discovery token. That's 4 points. Wow. Okay, and I get a good of my choice. It's got to be this. I don't need workers. Holy moly. That is one thing I do not need. Okay, anyway, as I was saying, the shuttle's going, Ilona's staying. I'm going to stay too. So Ilona goes first. She wants to get this on the board. It costs a mineral. She's going to take her worker. She's going to put it there. She's going to spend the mineral, put it over here. She's going to take the building, put it right here. Use the displacement rule to move her bot back up. And because she placed that, she's going to put a scientist there. Over here, I have a great move, I think. I'm going to move my bot and my rover. So I'm going to move my bot over to an area where I can get water. So 1, 2. I'm going to put my rover. See, I have a sequence here. I actually want to get this research token. If I get this one, I would only use one move, and I can get two. If I spend, it would take me one crystal, but if I go 3 moves, I can go all the way to here and get this. By the way, I can't get both of these. I'm not allowed to get 2 of the same color or the same letter. But now I'm really close to getting this discovery token. And discovery tokens is really working well for me. So I'll spend that to move the rover there. This is research for free. And I'm going to research 2 things for free. I'm over here by the water area of the board. So I'm definitely going to do that. I don't need to move my bot. You know what? No, I've got it. I'm going to do the battery technology and move it here to get a free one of these. There it is. And then I'm going to increase the water technology to there. I'm going to switch it up a little bit. I'm going to do something I wasn't expecting to do. I thought I was going to place water. I almost want my opponent to place water, though. Oh, you know what? This is so easy. I'll put it right here. You know why? Because I can still build water and I can build battery. I can do both if my bot is there. So that's how I'm going to use my bot's action. And that was rover space. Okay. So ship moves. No one's going to shuttle with it. Ilona's turn first. All right. She wants to get something going. Let's see, what could she do? Okay, I got it. I'm going to go here. I'm going to move this bot here. You know why? Because that'll allow me to pick up more wilds if I increase the size of this mine. I'm going to take my rover and go here just so that I could pick up a gem. But I've got extra gems here, so I am going to spend a gem to go the extra distance all the way to here, because now I have a discovery token. It lets me get 2 building cards. The building cards I want are the building card that gives me access to tech. Now, oh wait, no. I don't want the tech. You know why? Because there's no more that's going to come out. I want the one for water, and I want the one for battery. Might not use it, but you know what I do know? I get a water and a battery immediately for doing that. Just for taking those blueprints. Okay, well, I guess that's all I get. Down over in purple's area of the board. I want to build something. Where's my bot? My bot's right there. If I build some water, boy oh boy are we going to have a good deal. Okay. So I got to spend this to go here. It's going to cost a crystal. I'm low on crystals, but you know what I'm going to do? Spend battery to get water, to put the water here, and that utilizes this tech, which is okay. It increases, that should have been there, it increases this water, which gives me 2 points. I get to put a box on there. Now I've actually finished this objective, but I don't have to use it yet. I can reveal it whenever I want to. I haven't done that one. I'm never going to do that one. I'm going to turn that over. This one, I'm ways away from using that. Now, when I decide I'm not going to use these, by the way, they count as if I had crystals. So even though I'm out of crystals, because I've accomplished this, I might keep that in mind and just use these as crystals if I ever really need them. Anyway, I'm over here. I gave myself the 2 points. A lot of stuff happens now. Well, let me finish the scoring really quick. My highest tech is 4, so that's 4 more points. 14. I can take anything I want. I don't need workers. I don't really want to move my bot. I can get a crystal. I don't really need it. I'm going to take the wild. I still have space for it. I'm doing great. Okay. Now, boom. This increases and we score down here. So, the purple player has 3 progress cubes there. So that's 4 points. That's not good for yellow player. She only has 1 point. That's pretty terrible lead. Yellow really needed to get up there, and you know what? That focus on scientists really didn't pay off. Okay. Now, this is when a shuttle comes. So, what happens, pretty big, we get some more buildings here. We got the 6 more level 1 buildings, and then we get 6 more level 3 buildings. So there are a lot of blueprints all of a sudden. That's because the colony's at a level now where we need to improve the functionality of our buildings. Okay, now that space shuttle also brings goods. We can finally replenish our stock. Okay, so this side of the board has become busy again. And we're over here. Let's see, that was all because I placed water. Now, all of these are going to give us awards again if we increase them. And we've got the technology to do it now, so the game's going to actually start going really fast. Okay. It's now time to go back down. So, yellow has to ask themselves if they want to go back up into space. But they've got these cards. The only thing is, it's the workers they really need. But they have the resources. Could they play out? So here's what would happen. If that ship goes and they don't take the ship, it's going to take 2 more rounds before the ship comes back. But they could import one of their own ships and have new people arrive, and those new people could run for them. But you know what they do need? They need to produce, because they have a resource here and a resource here and a resource here. So yeah, yellow's going to go. Yellow's going to go, and they're going to get a... They're probably going to take a resource. They've got to produce. So they produce a crystal, a plant, and a mineral. Crystal. And they get to pick up this person, this colonist, and put them there. And working area, there's nothing in the working area, so they just land there. Oh yeah, they didn't pick out their special good. So what do they want? Probably some oxygen, because that'll let them build more dwellings. And you know what's nice? They have this building, and they're in position. They're going to start their turn with that. You can bet they are. Okay, over here, I can move up there, but look, I've got so many resources. Oh boy, I got resources. Yeah. I'm not going anywhere. I'm staying where I am. I don't even get to produce if I go up into space. So, yellow, Oh man, yellow can't wait. Yellow finally has some oxygen. They're going to build this right now. They're going to use their scientist. Remember, the scientist is on the surface. So, oxygen, level 3 building to put a living quarters right here. Get 3 crystals. Why 3 crystals? Because 3 spaces. It's just like production. Uh-oh. Let's see. I'm going to run out of space again. But you know what? I'm not worried about it. You know why? Because I have enough stuff to make actions happen. I'm going to do another action right now. So later on, I want to build some, maybe, you know what? Maybe I'm going to use one of these techs over here. I'm going to get busy. Yes, I am. Well, I don't know if the opponent is going to do that. If I stay here, I can build oxygen in this region, but the technology isn't there yet. So I might want to get him out of there. That's if I use this. But I could also use 3 of these and just take a good of any type. I'm going to increase some stuff. So I'll tell you what I'll do. Got space for one of these. I'm going to take 2 of these off to take the oxygen tech. Oh, no, I'm not. No. I got a way better plan. This is going to be the best move ever. I am going to spin the crystals, but I am going to move this one down to here because check this out. I haven't even taken my action yet. Building that was my executive action. I used the crystals to move my bot immediately afterwards. Now I'm going to use my colonist to, got to spin the crystal for this, but that's okay. Improve some stuff. So I'm definitely, look at this, I can move my bot again. Well, I could even move my bot for free anyway. Oh well. What the heck, we'll say I spent it on the oxygen. You know why? This is how much it is, because I want to be able to move another technology up. I'm going to move this technology up to here. And that's going to take another worker dude. So I can move 2 technologies. 2 technologies is always included. I would use a worker dude if I wanted to do a 3rd one. Okay. I'm just going to do it like that. Now why? Because now I have a scientist over here that can build plant buildings for free. So I'm going to spend this, boom, to take this and build it there. Boom. And then by the way, it has some crystal things on it. So go on there. The other one can't go there because there's a bot in the way. Okay, that's 3. This increases one of those. Boom. That means I get points for my highest tech, which is 4 points. And I can get anything I want over here. Oh man, I got half a mind to take some workers, but I'm not going to take workers because I have been really struggling with the goods. Boy. Holy moly. This is the only problem though. I can store up to 1, 2, 3, 4 plants. I have 3 plants. Oh well, that's fine. I can get another one. I can't get the extras because I can't store it. But that was a pretty awesome turn. Over here, on this side of the board, man, I'm going to build stuff. Holy cow. Okay, what do I want to build? Battery stuff, because I have the technology to do it. So I'm going to spend minerals, put that over here, to take a battery and put it here. That gives me 3 batteries for free. 1, 2, 3. Okay. It increases this. I don't get to put a cube because I've already built this before. And by the way, neither did yellow because they built that before. So I would have benefited from building the plant so that I could put another cube on the board and get more points. But yellow took it before I got a chance to. So what's my bonus for this? I get 2 points. Oh, you know, this is the only problem. I don't have any of my buildings out. None of my blueprints have been utilized. But I can still take one of these bonuses for the life support systems. And I don't really need workers. I'm totally going to move my bot. Because the next area... Oh, I don't need to move my bot. I already have it next to the water. I could do oxygen, but almost definitely yellow's got oxygen. Oh, shoot. By the way, yellow does have a... Oh, no. Yellow doesn't. I do. Okay, never mind. Yeah. Oh, gosh. I need a crystal, like, badly. I'm going to take a crystal. And... 2-player game. You know what? We've put 4 crystals on that board there, and we have not upgraded this every single time. So this should be down to 4. Is everything else okay? Let's see, how many discovery tokens have we discovered? 3? So that should be down to 2. I think yellow took 1 and forgot to take the reward, but it is what it is. Scientists, we needed to take 4 in the game. Yellow's taken 2. Well, maybe that's why yellow's struggling. I'm spending so much time narrating, I'm not focusing on my missions. Do I take any executive actions? No. That should have been there. So now the ship moves up to there. Doesn't fly, so nobody gets a chance to actually take it. Well, again, they can spin their ships, but they don't want to. So yellow's over here. Yellow should probably take some cards. I mean, there's some cool stuff over here. And, let's see. Yellow has a resident. Oh, this lets you move the rover. Oh man, I could do some cool stuff with moving a rover. This one lets me increase tech, and I get points at the end of the game for tech. In fact, I think we're at a point in the game where all of this is going to make sense. So at the end of the game, here's how it gets scored. Let's go ahead and wrap it up by first looking at how much longer the game would need to be played in order to reach the end, and then we'll go ahead and take score as if this was the end of the game. And finally, we'll summarize a few of the rules that aren't as frequently encountered in a 2-player game. So in this mission over here, we have a few scientists that have been taken. If 2 more were taken, then this mission would be completed. And over here, we only need 2 more discovery tokens to be taken off of the board in order for this mission to be completed. And over here, there are 4 cubes on the board so far. If the yellow player was to get some more and the purple player, and we got 8, so just 4 more, then this mission would be completed. And that would trigger the end of the game, or if one of these or more of these had not been completed, the cube, the mission counter, would also move the next time the colony level moves up. So we still have 2 more complexes that need to be built, and that would trigger moving the cube, and if that happened even again, it would count as a completed mission. So any of these situations would count as a completed mission. And the first thing we would do is score for progress cubes. So again, because purple has 3, they would get 4 points, and yellow would get 1. And then we would score ships. So that's 3 points for yellow and 3 points for purple. And then we would look at how many colonists are in the area or the living area. So if this was the end of the round, then I would get to take my colonists off my side of the board and put them over here. And yellow is on this side of the board, so they would get to take this colonist and put it over here. And we would look and see what the highest point is from the bottom up. So I have gone all the way to 6 points, and yellow only is going to get 3. So 3 more for yellow, 6 more for me. We would look at tech. So in my tech I have 4, 10, 12 points. 12. Yellow has 7, 9 points. Upgraded buildings. I don't have any buildings that were upgraded. Yellow has 2. They are both worth 3 points. So that's 6 more points. Scientists. Yellow has the scientists. This is 3 points per upgrade on oxygen. And at this point in the game, there is no upgraded oxygen. And 3 points per upgraded resident area. So there's only 1 of those, but that's 3 more points. And then finally, we would look at global contracts. And you could actually lose points for global contracts. I didn't take any in this game, but it would look like this. So I would need to find a resident or living quarters with an upgraded building and 4 tiles. And I have 3. So if I had taken this contract, it would have not been fulfilled. And I would lose 6. But if we had played a little bit longer and I had taken that contract, I may have been able to get 12 more points. So that would be the final score. And in this game, incomplete game, it's 32 to 43. Now, a few things that really didn't get encountered here. I mentioned it while playing, we just didn't see it. Let's suppose the purple player had used this upgrade, or I guess it would have had to be here. Then if yellow's scientist had gone over here, yellow could use this action for free, and the purple player could use this action for free because it's their building and they have a scientist working in their own building. So both players would share the benefit of that building. That's why it said that I wanted to compel the yellow player to come in and use my building. Another thing that we really didn't see, and this is absolutely encountered in 3-4 player game, but most of the time when I was building techs, I would only build technologies that I owned. So because I owned the battery technology, I was the player building batteries, and this player over here had the plant technology and they were the ones building the plants. But because these things are required for our survival, they have to be built. So in a 3 or 4 player game, the techs are limited. You're not going to be able to build unless you utilize somebody else's tech. And when that happens, let's suppose the purple player wanted to build a plant building over here. They would have to utilize yellow's technology. So yellow would take an oxygen, and at the end of purple's turn, after they had built, yellow would decide whether or not they want to increase the technology of their plant for free, or if for any reason they don't want to or cannot increase their technology, they could just keep the oxygen. And one reason why they might not be able to would be, well, actually, if this technology had been increased, it wouldn't be able to move to the right because plant would be blocking it. So that's a situation where you can't upgrade a technology. You have to move to an adjacent hexagon on the right. That is on Mars, and it has a lot going on. The objective cards can really change gameplay. I think it has a great replay value. I do think that the technology in the beginning takes a long time to really take off, and that makes the game pretty hard, but I think thematically it's very consistent. On Mars.